In this video, we're diving into how digital nomad travel insurance actually works, what it covers, how it's different from regular travel insurance, and why it's become essential for anyone living and working abroad. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you make smarter decisions when it comes to protecting yourself, your money, and your adventures. So if you've ever wondered, do I really need insurance if I'm just working from Portugal for a few months? What happens if I break a bone while traveling in Thailand? Well, this video will give you the answers, so let's get into it. Now, what exactly is a digital nomad? A digital nomad is basically anyone who works remotely while traveling. Instead of being tied to an office, you're free to set up your laptop in a cafe in Lisbon, a beachside Airbnb in Mexico, or a co-working space in Tokyo. It's not a job title, it's a lifestyle, and it's a fast-growing one. Right now, there are an estimated 35 million digital nomads worldwide, many earning anywhere between $50,000 and $250,000 a year, and they often stay in one location for around 7 months before moving on to the next adventure. Sounds exciting, right? But here's the catch. When you're bouncing between countries, your home country's health insurance usually doesn't follow you. And the longer you're abroad, the riskier it gets to rely on credit cards, luck, or short-term travel plans. That's where digital nomad travel insurance comes in. Why regular insurance doesn't work abroad. Here's a quick reality check. Most domestic health insurance policies don't cover care abroad. If they do, it's usually limited or requires you to pay up front and deal with a nightmare of paperwork later. Traditional travel insurance is built for vacations and short trips. It might cover you for a week in Italy, but not for 6 months hopping around Southeast Asia while working. Some countries now require proof of insurance just to approve your visa. If you're applying for a digital nomad visa in places like Portugal or Costa Rica, having a valid health insurance is often mandatory. So unless you want to risk getting stuck with a $20,000 hospital bill after an accident or being denied a visa because you don't have coverage, you need a plan that fits the nomad lifestyle. What is digital nomad travel insurance? Think of digital nomad insurance as a mix between health coverage and travel coverage, but built for people who are on long term. It's not about protecting a single vacation. It's about giving you continuous protection while you're living and working abroad, sometimes in multiple countries over months or years. Here are the basics. There's flexible coverage. So you buy a plan for a few months, extend it, or pay monthly. Medical protection. This covers you for unexpected illnesses, injuries, hospital stays, or even emergency evacuations. Travel protection. This includes things like trip interruption, lost luggage, or needing to fly home because of a family emergency. Worldwide access. This means you're covered in nearly every country, and you can usually see any local doctor or hospital. It's designed so you don't have to stress about being away from your home country's safety net. WorldTrips Atlas Nomads, a popular option. Now, one example of this kind of coverage is Atlas Nomads from WorldTrips. Let me walk you through how a plan like this works, because it's a good model for understanding nomad insurance in general. Cost. Plans start at around $1.85 per day. For 4 weeks, coverage can be as low as $52 if you're under 39 years old and staying outside of the US. Coverage. You get up to $250,000 in medical expenses, lower for older age groups. Flexibility. You can pay up front or by the month, and you can cancel anytime. Access to care. You can see local doctors abroad or use the Air Doctor app to book in-person or telehealth appointments with vetted providers. Support. You get 24/7 emergency assistance for medical, travel, or even legal help. So instead of worrying about what ifs, you have a built-in safety net that travels with you. Digital nomad insurance versus trip insurance. So this is where a lot of people get confused. Trip insurance, like WorldTrips Atlas Journey Plans, is designed for vacations. It covers things like canceled flights, lost or delayed baggage, hotel and trip costs if you have to cancel or cut things short. It's about protecting the trip itself. Now, nomad insurance, on the other hand, is built for the lifestyle. It's less about my flight was delayed and more about I broke my ankle and I need surgery abroad. The local hospital can't treat me, I need an evacuation to another country. Or I have to fly home because a family member passed away. Now, both are useful, but if you're abroad for months at a time, nomad coverage is what really matters. What does nomad insurance actually coverage? Here's a plain language breakdown of the main benefits you'll see in a nomad policy. Medical coverage. This is the core of the plan. It covers doctor visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, surgeries, and diagnostic tests for unexpected illnesses or injuries. If you get food poisoning in Thailand, Thailand or you twist your knee hiking in Peru, you're covered. Emergency medical evacuation. If the local hospital isn't equipped to treat you, insurance will cover the cost of getting you to the nearest facility that can, whether that's a different city or even another country. These flights can cost tens of thousands of dollars, so this benefit alone can really be a lifesaver. Trip interruption. Let's say you're working abroad when a family member suddenly passes away. Nomad insurance can cover the cost of flying home early. Lost or delayed baggage. If the airline loses your checked bag with your laptop and camera inside, some plans will reimburse you. Accidental death and dismemberment. As dark as it sounds, this provides financial protection for you or your family in case of serious accidents abroad. 24/7 assistance. You'll usually get access to an emergency hotline that can help with referrals, lost documents, or even translation services if you're stuck in a tricky situation. What's not covered? Like any insurance, there are limits. Most plans won't cover pre-existing conditions unless waived, high risk or extreme sports unless you buy an add-on, injuries from intoxication or drug use, self-inflicted injuries or mental health crises. Coverage here is often limited. Events and countries with active travel warnings. So while Nomad insurance is flexible, it's not a blank check. Always read the policy documents to know what's excluded. Real life scenario. How it works in action. All right, let's make this real with a couple of examples. Example 1, hiking accident. You're trekking in Vietnam and fall, breaking your leg. The local clinic can't handle the surgery. Your insurance arranges and pays for a medical evacuation to a hospital in Bangkok, plus covers the surgery costs. Example 2, family emergency. You're away in Portugal when your grandfather passes away. Insurance covers your last-minute flight home under the trip interruption benefit. Example 3, stolen laptop. You're working in Mexico City and your bag with your laptop gets stolen. Insurance helps reimburse you for the loss so you can get back to work. Example 4, hospitalization abroad. You catch a serious infection in Bali. Insurance pays for your hospital stay, medications, and even arranges for your parents to fly out under the emergency reunion benefit. These are the kinds of situations Nomad insurance is built for. Now, how much does it cost? Now, pricing depends on a few factors. Your age, so younger travelers typically pay less. Your destination, coverage in the US is usually more expensive. Your trip length, so longer equals a higher cost. Your deductible and maximum limit, so higher limits equal higher premium. So here's a quick example. 4 weeks abroad outside the US for someone under 39 is about $52. Same coverage, but including the US, closer to $101. So it's not free, but it's also not outrageous when you compare it to what an emergency could cost without coverage. Digital Nomad visas and insurance requirements. This part is often overlooked. More than 45 countries now offer digital Nomad visas, and many require proof of insurance to apply. For example, Portugal's D7 visa requires proof of valid health insurance. Costa Rica's Nomad visa requires proof that you can cover medical expenses while staying there. Other countries ask for proof of insurance at immigration. So in some cases, having Nomad insurance isn't just smart, it's legally required. Why insurance equals freedom for nomads? All right, here's the bigger picture. The whole appeal of being a digital nomad is freedom. The freedom to work where you want, live how you want, and travel without being tied down. But real freedom also means peace of mind. If you're constantly stressed about what would happen if you get hurt, lose your stuff, or need to fly home suddenly, you're not really free. Insurance takes that weight off of your shoulders. So instead of worrying, you can focus on the fun parts, exploring new countries, meeting people, and building your life and work on your own terms. So how does digital nomad travel insurance work? It's basically a safety net designed for long-term travelers who work abroad. It covers medical emergencies, evacuations, trip interruptions, and more, with the flexibility to cancel or adjust as your plans change. It's not about expecting the worst. It's about giving yourself the freedom to enjoy the best. If you want to get started with WorldTrips Nomad insurance, then click the link down below in the description. I'm going to bring you to this page right here. So if we click here on citizenship, I'll go ahead and select United States, home country, also United States, primary destination. Let's say I am going to Greece. Let's say I'm leaving tomorrow and I'll come back in a month. I'll go ahead and plug in my birth date here and go ahead and click continue. All right, so what we're looking for roughly here is about $59.20 for an entire month of coverage. About 15 bucks a week or about $2 a day. You get coverage for up to $250,000 in eligible medical expenses with no deductible. Emergency medical and evacuation coverage, 24/7 emergency travel assistance services, and global health coverage for almost the entire world. Now, if we click here on view all benefits, we can see everything here. So we can see this overall overall limit, maximum per injury, illness, co-insurance will pay 100% of eligible expenses up to the overall maximum limit, as well as emergency travel benefits as well. So again, for 60 bucks, not that bad. So if you want to get started, go ahead and click the link down in the description, or if you want to see which other insurance options might be best for your situation, we'll leave our affiliate links below, as well as to some surveys that you can take. So again, these are affiliate links, which means we earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And your support through these links keeps our channel going and allows us to continue to create free content just like this. So we really appreciate it if you end up using them. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we provide clear, in-depth guides and comparisons to help you understand different types of insurance and make smarter decisions about protecting yourself, your family, and your lifestyle. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.